Sagittarius, the person on your mind is realizing how loyal of a friend you have been, or how loyal of a support you have been, a partner you have been to them. This is somebody who questioned you in the past, okay? They have been seeking out answers. They might have been testing boundaries with you, and they were trying to examine your motives because there was something about them that just didn't totally believe it in the beginning for whatever reason. And maybe it's due to their family upbringing or about people that have been in their life before you, but for whatever reason, they were questioning your loyalty. However, there's a confession on the way. This person is going to be sending you a message in some way that is going to be a confession, and that says it's a love letter. So they have gotten over this period of reflection, this period of them trying to seek answers about you, and they know who you are now, and you're going to be getting a love letter from them. So Sagittarius, in what way have you shown loyalty to this person? What things have you done that has kind of shown your loyalty? I think that you're going to get your wish here, but the outcome with you guys is not exactly what you wanted, but it was what you needed. So the way that you guys got to this point is not the way that you had originally hoped for. I think that you were hoping that this person would realize who you were to them right away. And I think that it has taken a really long time for it to get to this point, because this person has had a really big wall up. They've had very big boundaries. They've had challenging thoughts about the situation. I think that there's something about you that has, a triggering component, a mirroring type of a component. And so I think that, there was a time apart. There was a time where you guys weren't together. I mean, it's got like suitcases here. This person has their back to you, right? My guides are saying that it's important that you embrace the journey with openness, trusting in the universe to lead you toward your greatest fulfillment. That this has actually been, this journey that you have been on with this person has actually been in both of your highest good. And you have been steadfast, and you have been loyal, and you have been supportive. This person is recognizing through this period of time, through this fog of fear, self-sabotage, overcompensating, and avoiding situations, like their defensiveness and I'm hearing prickly. But Saggies, you have warm hearts. The way that you come across is very warm. And it's like the energy you have, people want to be around. And that's just the type of person that you are. And so I think that this has gone around, like taken turns that you weren't expecting. But I do think that in the end, this person's questioning is going to be, it's not going to be irrelevant, but it's going to be a moot point at this time, because enough time has passed now. Enough, this could have been years of time. And you've just been like, do you see who I am now? Do you understand who I am now? Steady as you go. Yes, navigating with patience and resilience, trusting in your inner strength to guide you through life's twists and turns. That's what I was getting. You were going through twists and turns. That's what I was seeing in my mind's eye right before I pulled this card. Going to these different directions. It's like you thought it was going to be like this straight line. This is who I am. This is what I want. This is my loyalty. This is how I present myself to you. And then you're going to recognize that and see that. And they had their fear-based thinking going on. They did. And so you have been steady. You have been reliable. You have continued to show unconditional support. Not that you have behaved perfectly by any means, but, overall, they're seeing this improvement. They're recognizing it. They're seeing how you have let go of attachment to the outcome and let the universe bring in gifts and the universe adjust the situation for you, because you've recognized like, hey, I've put everything into this that I can. I can't force this person to trust me. I can't force this person to see who I am at face value and to believe that. And so at some point you have to release it to the universe and just be like, well, this is just who I am. And you're going to see this over a period of time or you won't. And allowing things to play out as they should, allowing this person to come to their own conclusions, not trying to force, not trying to steer, not trying to convince. But when you are this person, right? When this is who you are, this simply shows over time. It can be proven, right? Based off of how you are on a consistent basis, how you choose to treat everyone, how you choose to handle what has happened here. And I think that for a lot of you, it has actually just been a person who has walked away, a person who has had boundaries, a person who has, not really been able to go with the flow like you have. This is, again, this is like a labyrinth of choices, a labyrinth of, places that you guys could have gone. I don't know how many times I need to be confirmed on my energy here. So you have grown because you have embraced each turn as a part of your complex journey. Y'all, it's here. It has been for your highest good. It's because you are at that level that this was always meant to be. I was watching a video earlier about twin flames, and it was about the divine feminine response to the divine masculine's some toxic behaviors. And the woman on there was saying that, in her opinion, that a lot of us with these soul contract relationships, with these soulmate relationships, twin flames, we have a soul contract ahead of time where, we talk to each other's souls and we're like, this is how we're going to meet, and this is the timing it's going to be, and this is the lesson we're going to be learning. And for some of us, we have asked, this is what she was saying, we have asked for these counterparts or these people to act in certain ways in order to trigger us to our deepest depths, in order to twist us around and turn us around and, really, really integrate the lesson in a different way that had you gone in a straight line, you wouldn't have gotten the same result. And that is exactly what I'm talking about here. This was in your highest good. It's not playing out how you thought. The outcome and the way you get there is not exactly what you wanted, but it was what you needed. So yes, does this person want to be with you? Yes, are they going to send you this love letter? But Spirit is wanting to point out the benefit to you. Being in the divine flow and letting go of attachment to the outcome. What this has done for you. Okay? So, important stuff. How is this person showing up right now? Let's get a character card for them. For Sagittarius, how is this person showing up right now? The Educator. This reminds me of the Hierophant energy, and because the Hierophant is a teacher, a mentor, a guide, someone who is like expressing what they have learned. Like you can see this chalkboard here, what they've learned. And what have they also learned? What's in the underneath? This is the Musician energy. So What they're expressing is coming from a place of passion, creation, soulful sound, harmony. And what does that remind you of? Well, it reminds you of the divine flow. It's reminding me of that, of letting go of attachment. This person has studied you. They've studied you, and their love letter, part of what they want to say is how they have learned this from you, how they have watched how you have handled yourself, how they have learned enough that they are even in a place where they're wanting to be able to tell you about it and perhaps even spread it on to others. What they have learned from this entire experience with you. It has been a long time of them learning while they have been gone in that hermit type energy that I was seeing. They're learning about divine flow. And they're trying to tell you about that. Okay? So let's get some tarot out. This person's overcome a lot. They've overcome a lot. They were in self-sabotage, overcompensating, avoiding the situation, defensiveness, protective, all sorts of stuff. All right, the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Oh. Yes, this is a soulmate. Yes, this is a person. I'm covering up naked bits on this, here for YouTube, but this is a soulmate. This is someone who loves you the way you love them. Look at the way that these are both looking at each other. This is definitely best friend. This is definitely, this person is seeing reliable, loyal, protected, faithful, equal partnership, steadfast, treating each other with kindness throughout. But it's not just that, it's also the pull. It's not just a soulmate, it's the pull of something deeper, of a deeper knowing of what you guys are to each other in, a soul contract type of way, in a way that no one else can quite fulfill. And they're recognizing that. So that's worth changing for, is it not? And you guys are both, you're willing to navigate. I'm seeing this as very much like a temperance merging type energy, where it's like a folding in, an integration, a tempering of this cup. This person has the yellow side, you have the blue side, or whatever. And you guys are, it's like a lemon skate here, of the merging of these energies together, and each being kind to each other throughout this entire thing. The best that you're both able to. And you have said, okay, well, if this is how you feel and you're not ready, or you're not really fully trusting this, then I love you anyway. I'm here anyway. This is what I want. So here we go. Let's move into this calmer waters together. We've been through some things together. Or you've been through some things in your past, in your history, and wanting to move forward together. And this person is taking it on. They're understanding it, they're learning, and they want to impart this wisdom and understand this knowledge. They want to express that to you. They want you to know that they get it, they understand now. And it's taken this work of this person to really go inside and ask themselves questions about why they have had these kind of fear-based and self-sabotage ways of thinking in the past. And that is exactly what the soul contract was all about, was so that you guys could learn from each other. And again, soul contracts and relationships, and especially love, is one of the most powerful ways to learn these lessons, because they're catalysts. The way we feel and our emotions and soul contracts and relationships change us more than anything else in this world. How do they see you? Wow, look at a couple here. That's a lot of cards. Page of Wands, Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles. I think it actually came out the other way. King of Wands, King and Queen of Wands out together on the board. And Six of Pentacles. Wow. So Page of Wands this is heavy Aries, Leo, Sag energy. And then of course we have Gemini here with the Lover's card, but they see you as sorry, I got a phone call. They see you as somebody who's actually expecting a message from them. This is reminding me of like the old-fashioned days where you know, the feminine energies wouldn't directly say that they were wanting someone to approach them, but they would do something like they would drop their handkerchief or something. And then that would be like the signal. The guy would come up and be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, you seem to have dropped this." Right? And so they see you in that energy. And so it's a lovely, beautiful, magnetic energy. Not to mention that you guys are still showing up in this Two of Cups type. Like, you guys are a match. You guys are mirroring each other. Look how, you know, on the Lover's card, these two individuals are mirroring each other, and here you are again looking at each other, mirroring each other. Again with the Two of Cups, mirroring each other. That is not a mistake. But they see you waiting to receive your wish, waiting to receive back from them. And so you definitely must be able to have, with the Lovers and the Two of Cups energy, you guys definitely have a 5D bond. So they see that. They also see you as their match, and they're realizing that. This guy kind of just like, huh, the way he's looking at her. And then here we go with this choice. Sorry, I got a phone call and my phone just keeps stopping. So the video. So there is just like this stop and start energy that I'm getting off of this, because when that happens during a reading, it's not an accident. But yes, this guy's kind of looking at you just like, huh, this is my actual match. This is my mirror, right? So you're waiting to receive your wish that has been granted. It's going to be equal, because when you have Six of Pentacles showing up in this sort of depiction, this is something that you have put in that you're going to actually get back out and receive. And this is about taking control, choosing a path. So this person is getting ready to take control now that they have figured this out, now that they've gone through this whole labyrinth of fear-based thinking and changes. You have also gone through your own labyrinth separately from this person, and you both have navigated this with patience and resilience, and you've trusted yourself, and they have learned from you to go with the flow and to trust themselves. And so they're like, all right, time to take control of the situation. What don't you see right now? Sagittarius. Four of Pentacles. What else for Four of Pentacles? Moon and Knight of Swords. Okay. So you see this person as still holding on to their heart, still having these defenses up, right? And you didn't really understand at the time everything that they had been through. You know, everything that they had been through with like this fog. I think you sensed some of it. You could probably tell some of it that was going on, but you couldn't fully understand why. Like, why did this happen and play out the way that it did? Because there was so much fear and there was so much unknown about it. But what you don't see is the Knight of Swords, very fast changes, very fast messages of change as well, and a very fast travel. So the Knight of Swords is the very fastest knight in the deck. And the Knight of Swords can even be reckless if it goes to a certain level of speed. And so you can see how they're coming out together here, where the Knight of Swords is going right towards that moon energy. And it's just going to go from like 0 to 100 miles an hour. It's going to go from apparent complete stagnation to something extremely fast and an extreme message. And it's all related to this heart chakra being covered. Yes, the sun. So we have the sun and the moon. Again, mirrored energy here. Okay? Because once this person has this realization about how they've been keeping themselves stuck, it's like the light switch comes on and they're like, oh, this has all been in my head. This labyrinth has been within my own mind. This is me keeping myself trapped, right? Okay. Can you give me a card for the Knight of Swords? A card for the Knight of Swords. Thank you. The Hermit. Yeah. Complete silence. What's being seen through, what's being cut through, what is being changed is the Hermit energy. Again, we have this Chariot on the underneath, even after shuffling. It's like being stuck in the mud and then all of a sudden, boom, a change of direction, taking control. Oh, there's the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh. Right? So you don't see any of that happening. So where are we going? Let's go ahead and pull some after tarot here and figure out where we're going over the next 30 to 60 days from whenever you see this reading. Where are we going to be going next for Sagittarius? What's going to be happening next for Sagittarius? Six of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. And then this one is wanting to stay. There's the Lovers again. Okay. Choices. So this is all going to pertain to wish fulfillment. And here on this Nine of Cups, there's two people enjoying the festivities. One person's bringing the other thing in. I feel like this is bringing in this wish fulfillment here. This is your wish that's being granted. Because what's coming in is having victory over this issue, this conflict, this challenging and changing times with the fives moving into the six. It's like being crowned. They're crowning you as theirs. Again, look at this. I'm seeing this tower energy with the Six of Cups poking out. This is a tower boom. They see through everything. They see you are their soulmate. They can't unsee that. And it triggers this change that's happening. And what is it a victory over? The choice. It's a victory over seeing who you are. It's a victory over dropping the other pentacles, dropping this back and forth, dropping this, I'm not sure. So you're going to get a confession. Let's see what this could be. Let's see messages, what this confession could be about. They're telling me to pull this one. I want to be in union just as bad as you do, but timing is key and we need to be patient. You have been. That's what they're talking about here again. How you have been steadfast. And you have helped me realize that I do deserve love despite my upbringing. So this fear and this self-sabotage has been an ancestral wound. And I think that you knew that to an extent, but you didn't know all of it. You didn't know how deep it went. Okay? And that's why you had to be so steady to show over this long period of time. I have been researching soulmates and twin flames, and I know more than you think. Yep, look at that with the Hermit. I just put it right next to the Hermit. They figured it out. They figured it out. So, Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And check out your other placements, because these readings are for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, North Node energy, as well as cross watchers. So if you know a Sagittarius, this reading could also be for you. So thank you again for spending your time here. Please put an emoji or something in the comments to show your support for me and my channel. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.